Welcome to the Degrees of Maternity podcast, your real dose of truth for the content creator. Episode number 11 comes from the Creative Entrepreneurship Basics series entitled 3 Tips to Help You Focus on Your Creative Goals. Caution. The following question may not be as simple as it looks at first glance. Well, or as it appears to be at first listen. So, really stop to think about it before answering. Here's the question: what is it that you want to accomplish in your creative lane in 2022? Yep, that's it. Sounds easy enough to tackle until you actually try to tackle it. And then you realize the logistics on how to really focus in and determine what you need to be concentrating on in order to accomplish your creative goals are a little out of focus. So, today's discussion is going to devote some quality time to focusing on those creative priorities that need some finessing. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert in this area of placing attention on the right things in order to propel my creative efforts forward. And I'm one of those late bloomers who's taking more of the slow road to creative growth. Real talk. But I'm learning a lot on my travels and trying to really absorb as much knowledge and practical application of knowledge as I journey onward. One of the important lessons I'm learning is that you have to place some concentrated effort in the arena of goal setting if you want to get something done. Really. I mean, I'm aware that there are people who may haphazardly stumble across success in their areas of creative genius without planning for it, even. But the other 99% of us need some type of direction. And for that 99%, I thought I'd share 3 tips for helping you to focus in on the creative goals that will help you propel your creative efforts forward. And here's tip number 1: determine your goals. Write out or type out what it is you want to accomplish. And those things you want to accomplish become your goals, your to dos. They can be immediate, one shot deals, or they can be dreams to come into fruition in the future. They can be short term, long term, or ongoing. They can be one step to dos or action items that can only be accomplished through a multi step process. They can even have differing levels of difficulty. They can involve independent work on your part or involve help from others. But all of them have this one thing in common: they require some effort on your part. So, start some focused effort by setting your goals. You have to determine what those goals look like. And reviewing the following aspects of your creative journey might help you structure your creative goals. Here they are. How can you help or have you helped others creatively? What are you creatively good at doing? What do you creatively enjoy doing? What have others paid you for assisting them with? What do others ask you for help in doing? What do others say you're good at doing? And what would you creatively do even if others never recognized you for it? Oh, and I'm going to have some light reading assignments that might help you with determining your goals. So, in this description, in the description for this particular um, episode and all the other episodes, as a matter of fact, you'll see a link to the Degrees of Maternity blog site. I'd like for you to go there and I'd like for you to look up the following blog posts: goal setting process for writing and more, step 1, brainstorming; goal setting process for writing and more, step 2, list making; Goal setting process for writing and more. Step 3, SMART goals. And goal setting process for writing and more. Step 3, SMART goals continued. Okay, now on to step number 2. Here it is. Set a schedule. So here's another one of those tips that I've not mastered yet. I'm a work in progress on this one too. Always have been and probably always will be. So let's just say that I won't be the most likely to write a book about how to conquer the scheduling dilemma, but I can write a blog post or two about the importance of having a schedule, especially for those who need some forced structure in their lives, like me, or who tend to procrastinate, like me. Please never underestimate how vital a daily, weekly, monthly, and even yearly schedule can be in helping you to achieve your creative, or quite frankly, any type of goals. Schedules help you to know or remind you of the kind of output your days are going to require. They also help keep you on track for making progress toward your accomplishments and meeting milestones along your goal seeking journey. So, create your overall schedule to include time you'd like to devote toward working on your creative goals. You'll probably need to get a little creative with adjusting your current schedule to fit additional to do items, but you can do it. Use that creative genius of yours. And if you only take away one important point that I state about schedules, please note this: schedules are meant to be followed, not just created. Oh, and you might check out the following readings to help you with creating your schedule. And again, you can go to the Degrees of Maternity blog site for these blog posts. Here they are. Goal setting process for writing and more. Step 4, scheduling. And hourly and block scheduling tips for a productive day. Now, on to tip number 3. Make a plan of action. Be the man or the ma'am with the plan. I promise that having some plan on how you want to attack those creative goals of yours is going to be so instrumental in creating your process for carrying out the daily work to make those goal achievement aspirations a reality. Now, don't get me wrong. You've already done some prep work by determining the creative goals you'll focus on, and then determining the amount of time and time frames through your schedule that you have to devote to those goals. But your plan will actually go even further by encompassing the first 2 tips and then some. In fact, the comprehensive purpose of your creative plan is to put your process in place for a structured approach toward goal achievement. By the way, I'm sure you've picked up on the pattern in this particular episode. So, you know I'm setting you up for some more readings, don't you? And with that, I'll go ahead and end here by providing you with 2 more blog posts to read. And these blog posts discuss the benefits of having a plan. I want you to check them out. They are Creative Entrepreneurship Basics, Creative Housekeeping Necessities, and Creative Entrepreneurship Basics, Plan and Move. And hey, since you enjoy podcasts, those 2 blog posts are actually 2 episodes on this podcast. So you're welcome to listen to them there if you haven't done that already. And with that, I just want to say thanks for tuning in to this episode of Creative Entrepreneurship Basics. I'll be coming back to you with some more. Until then.